Welcome into another edition of Portal Profiles. Today we are breaking down 6'6" guard forward transfer BJ Freeman out of Milwaukee. This one's exciting, man. We've been talking a lot about it on the show, and this is the type of guy that I just love that Bobby Hurley gets. He's a true slasher scorer. The offense ran through him completely at Milwaukee. He's another one-year rental kind of guy who you're only going to get for a year. Started at a community college, moved on to Milwaukee for 2 years, and had phenomenal output there. You look at some of his stats: 18.2 points a game 2 years ago, and last year 21 points a game, leading the Horizon League. Elite skill set around the basket, and he's pretty good from range. Has some good mid-range game, can hit the three at a pretty good clip at 35% last year. And again, 6'6", big-bodied guy. Super excited to break down some of this tape. As I said, the offense ran completely through him at Milwaukee. Defense is nothing really to write home about, but you know, under Bobby, he could be forced to. I always say that athleticism and want to is what you need out of a good defensive player, and he's got the athleticism, and he definitely has the want to. We just got to see it transpire at this next level for him. They ran a lot of zone last year, so I couldn't really tell as well. But we'll just get right into the tape. He had some pretty good competition early, and you're gonna see a lot of some of these guys guarding him, especially in this Providence game, play him pretty physical because that's how you're supposed to. The first thing I want to highlight is how much body control and patience he has around the rim. We'll go ahead and run those two first clips back. The patience he has to find the hole in the defense and read this switch, and then watch how he's able to adjust his body midair on this one and then this next one. It's something to be really excited about, because the last couple of years under Bobby Hurley's offense, you had a guy like Frankie Collins who could get to the rim, but not really a guy who could draw contact like this. And that's what BJ Freeman can do. Here's an and one. And it's just exciting because, as I said, 6'6", 200-pound frame, really patient with the basketball, and scores in many different ways. These are all great showings of how kind of sneaky he can be. At 6'6", you don't think of a guy who can squeeze through the defense, but the handles are another thing to really look at. Aside from the patience, his handles and his the way he uses his athleticism is really exciting. Patience again here, just looking, making sure he has the right shot and right option. But again, the patience is something that I'm going to hammer home with BJ Freeman. He has it, and he really picks his spots. And again, that 6'6", being able to squeak through a defense like that, it's so impressive. The Euro he has in his bag, you see the sidestep a lot. He's got a good jump stop. It's really good. But here's some of it highlighting his athleticism around the rim. I mean, he goes at opponents, great handles, and can really get up and rise to finish as well. Again, he knows he's 6'6", so you get opportunities like this next one where he can kind of back the opponent down. He's got a hook shot as well, which is fun to see. But you're able to see a lot of his playmaking ability from this position too. Can work the back to the basket game. Again, can score in many different ways. And one there. And yeah, he's an exciting player, man. As I said, many different options around the rim. A great repertoire of moves for the big guy. Here's another one, back to the basket game, gets a guy on his hip. And again, this is a guy who was the offense last year, who needed it. Here's a game against Providence, the first game of the season actually. Providence, a really good defensive team, and he had a really good game here, 20 plus points, Dirk style fadeaway. It's really nice, but it's not just his game around the hoop, it's also his playmaking ability. He can assist, man. He's really savvy when it comes to making plays. 4 assists last year, 6 rebounds, and I said 21 and a half points, but he sees basketball at his pace. The patience doesn't just attribute to his scoring, he also sees the game at his pace. And that's something Sun Devil fans can get excited about. Again, listed as a forward, but handled the ball most of this year at Milwaukee, and the patience is definitely there. Here's another one, kind of dipsy-doos around and waits until the opportunity presents itself, and a great dish underneath. And defense leads the offense here. Not a lot of defensive clips because there was a zone that Milwaukee played a ton, so you couldn't really tell, but the playmaking was great. And here's where ASU fans are really going to love him. He can shoot 35% from the three-point line, can do it in a variety of ways. A lot of pull-up game. He fits Bobby's scheme pretty well. He takes a lot of heat check threes, but he's not super inefficient at it. And you really just see his size here as His size is really important because he can rise up over a lot of defenders that are shorter than him. Again, playing the guard forward role, he presents a lot of mismatches, and he's got range, as you can see from there. Here's his 1,000th point in college, and this is what I'm talking about. His range is really, really impressive. So BJ Freeman, a guy that Sun Devil fans should be really excited about coming into the season. 2023-2024. I expect him to start. I expect him to be a big part of this offense, and I expect another great one-year rental from the transfer portal for Bobby Hurley and his guys. Make sure you're following along on Twitter at PHNX_Sun Devils. We're live every Monday through Friday at 2 p.m. right here on the PHNX Sports YouTube channel. But until next time, peace and go Devils.